light is inside the circle, so the circle splits the two lights.
Houston copies. That's all nominal.
Houston station on 2 at 50 meters, no updates to... Houston station on 2 at 50 meters, no updates to...
CYGNUS is now 45 meters away from the International Space Station as the station is flying over Michigan. We're in an orbital nighttime. We're about 3 minutes away from a sunrise. CYGNUS is now 45 meters away from the International Space Station as the station is flying over Michigan. We're in an orbital nighttime. We're about 3 Now just over 35 meters away from the International Space Station. That city down below you see, the International Space Station is crossing over Maryland, headed over Delaware.
Houston station on 2 for monitor 3, block Bravo. The light is inside the corridor. The vehicle size matches the outline, and the light is just starboard of the circle, and the circle is centered in the corridor. Monitor 1 right now, just a little bit of the light itself, but vehicle matches the outline.
Houston copies.
Houston Station for step 6, we confirm that the mode is hold and primary range is 30.32.
Houston Station on 2, third round of photos on SSC 11 again.
All right, great. Thanks, Josh. And for your awareness, we couldn't see the second round, but we'll take another look now that you've got this third round out there.
Okay, copy. Description that I put in there was NG-18, and then for the second round, NG-18-2, and then the third one, NG-18-3.
All right, we copy.
Deployed, that would be the one on the bottom of the screen. Here at the 30-meter hold point, Mission Control Houston going over roles and responsibilities in the unlikely event of the contingency, who would do what and at what point. Meanwhile, CYGNUS is still at its 30-minute hold, and teams will do a go, no-go poll to proceed. We are now within 20 minutes of our estimated capture time. After this 30-meter hold point, CYGNUS will be expected to inch closer to the International Space Station, stopping at its capture point. This won't be at 0 meters away, but rather 10 to 11, which gives NASA astronaut Nicole Mann enough room to capture CYGNUS using the robotic arm. Inside that spacecraft that you see on your screen now is 8,200 pounds of cargo making its way to the International Space Station. This includes fresh fruits and veggies and holiday treats for the crew, but more importantly, has scientific experiments and hardware going up for future spacewalks to install the IROSA rollout solar arrays. Specifically, we've got the mod kit for the 1B power channel. This is not a typical configuration for CYGNUS. You see the topmost solar array fully deployed. The bottom one that you see on your screen is only partially deployed. The ultraflex solar arrays did not fan out on that one. That's why teams want to be extra careful going into this operation, but so far everything is proceeding nominally. Teams are reviewing imagery from NASA astronaut Josh Cassada that he took as the International Space Station was in orbital daytime with the CYGNUS cargo spacecraft 30 meters away from the International Space Station.
Station Houston, I'm 2. We're just looking for a status on the capture setup if you need more time to continue. One zero CYGNUS capture.
CYGNUS is still in its 30-meter hold point, 30 meters away from the International Space Station. The astronauts aboard the station inside the station's cupola are going through their steps.
Houston Station on 2, step 3 is complete and ready for step 4 when we gotta go.
All right, Houston copies. CYGNUS is ready to proceed to the capture point. Expect approach to resume shortly.
Station copies.
And we are to go for final approach. CYGNUS has begun moving through the 30-meter hold point, heading towards about 10. After CYGNUS reaches its capture point, again 10 to 11 meters away from the space station, another go, no-go poll will be completed for capture. This is between the astronauts on the space station, Mission Control Houston, and CYGNUS's flight control team over in Dulles, Virginia.
The circle itself is centered within the corridor on both monitors 1 and 3.
Houston copies, nominal report.
Even though Cygnus is heading for its capture point, once it reaches that capture point, it does not automatically mean that astronaut Nicole Mann is going to use a robotic arm to actually capture it. A lot of steps need to be completed in between. For instance, there's that go, no-go poll we just talked about. And they'll also turn off the DSATs. Basically, the astronauts will be inhibiting any thrusters on the station from firing. These are automatic thrusters, and once Cygnus is grappled,
Houston Station on 2, inside of 16 meters, and no changes to the block Bravos.
Houston copies.
Cygnus now within 15 meters of the International Space Station. On your screen now, you can see the Cygnus cargo spacecraft, and on the left is the Canadarm robotic arm that will be used to capture Cygnus today.
Houston Station on 2. Not sure if you ended up getting the second and third rounds of photos, but just a heads up, that grapple picture looks solid. It looks great.
Houston copies. We did get those photos, and we concur on the picture. Expect that we might get some ratty comms paths that we're on right now. With that said, you were primed for everything, so we are go ahead and stand by for capture.
Copy on the comm, and we're standing by at 4.1.
Station Houston on 2. Go for Cygnus capture sequence. Step 4 in 1.110 Cygnus capture.
Mission Control Houston have pulled go to proceed with capture. Around the time of capture, you'll hear a call for first stage capture, but it won't be until the snares close around the grapple fixture that will relay the official time of capture. So taking a look at your screen here, you'll see a circle towards the bottom of Cygnus, and then a long horizontal bar just on top of that. That long bar is the grapple target. NASA astronaut Nicole is aiming for that line and using it as a guide. They're lining up the arm with that, so just below the fixtures will actually interact with that circular pinwheel shape on the bottom to grab onto Cygnus. And we did hear that the DSATs are inhibited. Once again, these are fueled thrusters that can autonomously fire if the International Space Station goes outside of its orientation, and we don't want them to go off when the robotic arm grabs onto Cygnus, so these are disabled. Now just under 3 minutes until capture. And we have confirmation that the SSRMS robotic arm on the International Space Station is moving. Slowly but surely, that SSRMS robotic arm is making its way towards Cygnus, locked onto the grapple target. The arm is 2.5 meters away from Cygnus. One meter away. And these snares have closed. Basically, the hand of the robotic arm has closed its fingers around the grapple fixture. The Cygnus Cargo spacecraft supporting Northrop Grumman's 18th commercial resupply services mission was successfully captured at the controls of NASA astronaut Nicole Mann using the station's robotic arm at 4:20 a.m. Central as the International Space Station was flying over the Indian Ocean. CYGNUS took a 2-day journey to the International Space Station after its launch. A couple hours after launch, teams were unable to deploy one of the 2 solar arrays, and after much review and analysis, CYGNUS was successfully able to be captured by the station's robotic arm at 4:20.
Reiterate the heartfelt congratulations to the NG team on behalf. Reiterate the heartfelt congratulations to the NG team on behalf of MCC, and we're all very happy to see CYGNUS finally captured.
Rest of the tasks for their day.